How to build a mind that can't be broken. Most men will break in silence. Not because life was unfair. Not because they lack talent. But because they never built the kind of mind that could take a hit, spit blood, and keep moving. If you want to achieve your dreams, if you want to thrive even when you're broke, if you want to stand unshaken when love leaves, if you want to stare death in the eye without fear, you need more than motivation. You need more than intelligence. You need an unbreakable mind. This isn't theory. This is survival. And it begins here. 1. Accept that no one's coming to save you. The first truth that shatters most men is this. Nobody owes you a damn thing. Not your parents. Not your friends. Not the government. Not even God in the way you think. Life is not a rescue mission. It's a proving ground. You may get help along the way, yes? A kind hand? A lucky break? A moment of grace? But the weight is yours to carry, always. The moment you accept that you are both the problem and the solution, you stop waiting for the cavalry. And you become the cavalry. That's step 1 to an unbreakable mind, self-responsibility to the point of obsession. 2. See your dreams as life or death. Here's why most people never reach their dreams. They treat them like a hobby. Something nice to have. Something they'll get around to when things are right. But dreams die like unattended fires, slowly, quietly, while you're busy with more important things. If your dream isn't burning and you like survival itself, you'll drop it the moment life gets hard. An unbreakable mind doesn't treat a dream as maybe. It treats it like oxygen. You have to see it as life or death, because in a way it is. The death of a dream is the slow death of your soul. And when the soul dies, you can still walk, breathe, eat. But you're a ghost. 3. Understand death now, not when it's too late. Death is not far away. It's in the room, always. It sits in the background while you scroll your phone. It watches you waste hours. It watches you hesitate, overthink, and wait for someday. You don't control when it comes. You only control whether it finds you asleep or in the fight. Most men fear death because they've been living someone else's life. An unbreakable mind faces death without panic, because it's been living fully, every day, in alignment with its mission. So ask yourself, if death came tonight, would you meet it with regret or readiness? 4. Learn to starve with dignity. Being broke will break most men, not because of the lack of money, but because of the loss of pride. An unbreakable mind learns how to be broke without being broken. This means, you stop tying your worth to your income. You carry yourself like a king, even in a cheap shirt. You never let the world see you beg, for money, for approval, for pity. Money comes and goes. If you can only stand tall when you're rich, you're a fragile man. If you can stand tall when you have nothing, you're dangerous. And when money does come, it comes to a man who can handle it without losing himself. 5. Love without dependency. Love is beautiful. Love is fuel. But if it's your only fuel, you're doomed. Because love can leave. People can change. Hearts can shift. An unbreakable mind loves deeply, but never builds its entire foundation on another person. You must be able to look at the love of your life and say, I want you. I don't need you. Need is desperation. Want is strength. When you love without dependency, you become harder to destroy, because even if the person leaves, the mission remains. 6. Train for pain, not comfort. Comfort is where dreams go to die. Most people spend their lives avoiding discomfort, avoiding the cold, avoiding the weight, avoiding the risk. But an unbreakable mind hunts discomfort. Because it knows the more pain it endures in training, the less pain it feels in battle. If you train for comfort, life will break you with the first real storm. If you train for pain, storms become your natural environment. So do the cold showers. Run when you're tired. Work when you're uninspired. Fast when you're hungry. Speak when you're afraid. This is how steel is forged. 7. Become untouchable through self-mastery. If they can control your emotions, they can control your life. If they can control your appetite, they can control your decisions. If they can control your fears, they can control your destiny. An unbreakable mind takes away every handle life can use against it. You can insult him, he doesn't flinch. You can tempt him, he doesn't bite. You can isolate him, he still builds. You can strip everything from him, and he still moves forward. Self-mastery means you are the same man in victory or defeat. You don't ride the highs. You don't sink in the lows. You just keep going. 8. Understand that life owes you nothing, but you owe life everything. Every day you wake up is a gift. But most men live like it's a burden. An unbreakable mind sees each day as a battlefield he gets to fight on, not one he has to. Life doesn't owe you success, love, peace, or understanding. It offers you an empty canvas. The art is your responsibility. Stop waiting for fair. Stop waiting for easy. Start showing up as if you are in debt to existence itself, because you are. 9. Silence is stronger than speech. Weak men explain themselves endlessly. They want people to understand, to see their side, to validate their struggle. Strong men don't explain. They execute. When life hits them, they don't run to complain, they run to work. When doubted, they don't argue, they prove. When insulted, they don't react, they rise. You don't need to tell people who you are. Let your results, your scars, and your legacy do the talking. 10. The final layer, live ready to lose it all. The ultimate test of an unbreakable mind is this. Can you lose it all, and still be you? Lose the money. Lose the job. Lose the woman. Lose the comfort. Lose the friends. Lose the applause. If you can walk out of the ashes with the same mission in your chest. If you can still fight when there's nothing left to fight for except your own code. Then life cannot break you. Because an unbreakable mind doesn't need perfect conditions to keep moving. It doesn't need approval to keep building. It doesn't need certainty to keep swinging. Closing truth. Dreams. Death. Money. Love. Loss. All of it will test you. And you will fail, you will fall, you will bleed, if you're still soft inside. The man who survives isn't the luckiest. He isn't the smartest. He isn't the most gifted. He's the one who built a mind that says, I don't care what I lose. I don't care how hard it gets. I will not break. And when you become that man, not only will you live differently, you'll live free.